You wonder all of a sudden why the WNBA is getting a bigger rights contract, a media rights contract. And one of the main reasons why is Caitlin Clark. The same Caitlin Clark that the United States women's basketball team decided not to put on the roster. And you sit here, and I sit here today, and I speak highly of Caitlin Clark for her growth in the WNBA and what she brings to the game. Now, I know a lot of people attacked me on social media recently, telling me and saying that I shouldn't be comparing Caitlin Clark to Michael Jordan. I never compared Caitlin Clark to what Michael Jordan was. I compare Caitlin Clark on what she can bring internationally like Michael Jordan did in the 90s. Now, you sit here and you sit back and you wonder, why is there so much hatred for Caitlin Clark? And there are fans out there that absolutely love Caitlin Clark, what she brings to the game, what she is, her determination of her style of game, everything that she brings to the game is unique. She can pass. She's just as good a passer as she is a shooter. Defensively, she's been growing as a WNBA player. Her numbers have gone up week by week because she's starting to feel it. She's starting to figure out the women's speed of the game. And you sit here and you think, Terri Jackson, what is she thinking? What was she thinking when she has reached and she's undervalued the WNBA at $2.2 billion? And I don't know if it's undervalued. I think it's overvalued over the last couple of years, because if you look at what it was making, the media rights deal over the last 5 to 6 years, probably $1.7 billion more than they were making over the last couple of years. So I don't know how undervalued it is. If anything, they're bringing in opportunities for these girls to make more money. And I've brought up the endorsements that these girls are going to be making in the near future because of what Caitlin Clark just got from, her shoe deal and all these different commercials she's on. Subway's involved with it now. You have insurance companies involved with the WNBA now because of Caitlin Clark. So all these girls that have thrown this poor young rookie under the bus, stating that she isn't good for the game. And I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. People, especially some of these veteran women, have said that Caitlin Clark is not good for this game. I don't know how they could see that or believe that. She has been nothing but a rising star to the girls' basketball and the WNBA. And she's also been a rising star for endorsing the game for what it is. Now, you sit here and you look at the different previous deals, what the NBA was making off this WNBA deals, and now the previous CBA deal, the NBA was making 60% of the control of the WNBA. Now it's a little bit different. And the WNBA is going to start taking over the league and probably the numbers. And the NBA will start to be weaned it out. But because the NBA was so involved with the exclusive promotion of the WNBA, they were getting 60% of the rights. But now that the game is growing, the WNBA is growing, do they need the NBA? Do they need the NBA to grow their product more? I don't think they do. If you're bringing stars like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, rookies that are going to be the future of this business, you could sit here and believe that now the sport is going to take off for women. We have seen this over and over again. When you look at swimming for the Olympics, Michael Phelps, what he has done for the swimming world and how many gold medals he brought to the table and bringing swimming to another level. And we compare Michael Phelps to Michael Jordan and Muhammad Ali and some of the great athletes that we've seen over the years. Now, when you watch the Olympics, what do you look forward to? Swimming. Gymnasts and gymnastics, obviously Simone and what she's done and what she's brought to the table, all these gold medals and what she's done for gymnasts around the country here in the United States, when gymnastics was not a United States game. It wasn't a United States sport. It was a foreign sport in Russia and all the Ukraine and all these different countries. Now it's as big here as it is over there. Why? Because of Simone. Now, you look at Caitlin Clark and what she's bringing to the table. She's bringing in new fans. She's bringing in new opportunities for the sport to grow. So I look at the different kinds of opportunities that this league is going to make in the future. It's great. 11 years, $2.2 billion is a lot of money. Now, is it enough? $2.2 billion to the NFL is nothing. It's nothing. But what the WNBA is taking on and what the WNBA was in the past, this is light years better than it was bringing in when it comes to a media rights deal. Now, that means there'll be more television opportunities for the WNBA to be shown on ESPN, NBC, all these different channels, maybe soon CBS, TNT, all these different channels that are going to want to grow the sport. And this opens up so much opportunity for these women, these WNBA players that are averaging the most right now. I think she's making 252,000.
Right.
They could be breaking $1 million, or maybe $2 million in the very near future, where these WNBA players don't have to go overseas after the season is over to go and play women's basketball and make more money to pay for, obviously to take care of their families and pay their bills. So this is a good deal for the WNBA. Now, 11 years from now, this is going to be nothing. It's going to be nothing. But $2.2 billion is definitely something that you can look at the game and look at the growth of the game and be happy for people like Caitlin Clark to kind of bring a thought that this game is growing, that this game could be something in the very near future, not comparable to the NBA or the NFL or the NHL or the MLB, but comparable enough to women's sports. And that is where the WNBA wants to be. The WNBA wants to be ahead of every single women's sport. You look at the NHL, they're trying to bring in a WNHL. They're trying to bring in a women's NHL game where women have the opportunity to make more money playing on a national stage, in a pro stage when they're done playing international hockey. So it's great for the game. It's great for women. It's great for the way the game is changing. And for the fans, now you're going to see more fans being, and I'll say this, there are more men over the last couple of weeks that I've spoken to that are interested in the WNBA and women's college basketball because of Angel Reese, because of Caitlin Clark. And now when you see the opportunities where there could be promotional opportunities to make money and drive more revenue, why wouldn't you promote these girls? Why wouldn't you promote the game and what it's going to be worth in the future? And maybe there'll be a buyer, a rich billionaire that wants to buy the WNBA and take the WNBA to the next level. Why? Because there's stars like Caitlin Clark. There's stars like Angel Reese and other wonderful up-and-coming superstars in college basketball that are going to want to bite or want to bite out of that money. So there's an opportunity for the WNBA to grow. I think it's a great opportunity for the WNBA to take it to that next level and also opens up opportunity for these girls to stay in the United States.